now back.
The university.
Ignorant, we gon' bring that racket like it's Wimbledon. Discipline, but yet to find anyone equivalent. Ain't no podcast similar, now you won't find no synonyms. Be produced by Q Smith, sound like it's by Timberland. JBB in charge, EG set the bar. Cool be sipping water tree, and Turk gon' lay the law. Jokes may go too far, but that's just who we are. Prolific, so gifted, words that have your soul lifted. So consistent, yet so different. Ain't nobody copy that lane. Carry that torch, heat up the game. Ain't nobody got that flame. Different, different. Man, this intro different. Man, this intro ignorant. God damn.
Oh, y'all here. I was just chilling with my dark magician real quick. And welcome to Ignant Hour. Welcome to the one and only D1 Ignant University podcast. I'm your host with the most eating toast, seeing Ghost J Brown, coming to you semi-live from another undisclosed location in the grandest prairie that has ever prairied in Texas, as the most Texans to have ever Texas, in case y'all did not know. I am here with my brothers from other mothers, my friends, my homies, the people I really don't like on a regular, but at this point, stuck with them. So let's introduce you to the number one person I'm stuck with for the rest of my life. If I tried to cut him off, his mom would honestly cut me. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. JJ Jefferson, what's good?
What's good, everybody? Let's just go ahead and get this out the way. There's been so much going on in the world, whether it's, crazy, ironic, damn near insane. I think the message of today's Ignance is FAFO. And ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know what that means, fuck around and find out.
As the United States government has with our oil prices and our gas prices. We fucked around. We found out.
Yeah, just like baseball, these players are brawling out here, swinging baseballs and fists, and it's getting crazy out here. You got Brock Lesnar throwing stuff and knocking security guards out, and Obafemi. Yo, it's getting wild.
I see no issue with this. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to our other sugar cookie color flip brother. Even though his time is he's starting to caramel up, the sun coming out, and he's just doing his thing. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Play-by-Play himself, Captain Scully, Devin Ashby, what's good?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, the weather is being stubborn up here, as y'all can tell by my nasalness. But we almost there. We almost there. It's almost that time. It is almost snickerdoodle season. Almost. Sugar cookie season is in the rear view. Snickerdoodle season is in the front view. We are out here, man. I mean, they both like skinny cookies, so it doesn't matter. But one of them has a little tinge to it. So we'll take it. But yeah, shout out to y'all, man. It's crazy. FAFO. You know who's really FAing and FOing? Liv Morgan. She might have a concussion.
Damn.
Might have a concussion. She does have a concussion.
She's in protocol right now.
Her and Roxanne are in protocol.
Her and Roxanne. You talk about my family, I'm gonna beat the hell out you. It's you don't do it.
It is what it is. Y'all, before we start the show, I gotta talk to y'all about what has been going on my FYP on TikTok for like the last 3 hours. Why am I getting fed ads for plumbing services, electrical services, and interior house painting?
That's called adulting, and welcome to being 30, because you're almost there, motherfucker.
First of all, fuck you, I'm not. But no, these were not ads about actual wall painting, if you catch my drift.
Oh, you were being asked to lay pipe.
I was getting ads to lay the pipe like I'm Mario. I was getting ads.
Well, sir, that raises the question. What has your FBI agent been watching you do?
I don't know what Carl has been watching me do. Shout out to Carl. Y'all know that's my FBI agent. We've been tight since like 2010. But I don't know, because it just popped up. I'm like, I don't even be retweeting booty. I could, but I don't.
And my wife wants to know as well, why is it when I open the app, all I see is big-breasted women?
Why? First of all, half the shit I send y'all is just dumb shit I find funny. It's just idiot shit that we could talk about on the show.
Right.
Do I occasionally send y'all big booty this? If Dest is watching, I never send him that.
Never.
Actually, you've never sent me that either.
Yes. Good. While we're on the subject, I would also like y'all to know that I hate Devin so much. I really do, because I can't retweet none of my female friends. I can't take no pictures with him, because every time I do, he's like, why do you have another foreign friend? Like, I don't know them. I don't know. Allow me to take this next 10 seconds to say, all of them are built like a fire truck and have a faux head that could end world hunger if we just put the Nile River on top of it, because it would fit. To all of you who are watching this, you know who I'm talking to. If you don't, that's not.
And that works. That I don't see what the problem is. That's the that.
But why did I get an ad that said swipe left and I can paint your walls?
You know what it is? It's the CIA trying to drop gooning in our communities, because sexual discipline is the biggest, or lack of sexual discipline rather, is the biggest thing that'll take down men our age. So that's what it is.
Can I just to touch a red pill real quick? Just a touch. It's not as bad as you think. Give me a second.
At least it's not the blue pill, but go ahead.
Made the blue pill. I see what you did there. I'm a firm believer that dick discipline is just as important from women as it is from men. I don't think we need to explain why men need dick discipline. Hey, don't have kids with just anybody. Don't put your dick in just anything that moves. That's understandable. On the women's side, ladies, listen to it. A man should not put his thing in just anything that moves. You also should not let any dude who winks at you put his thing in you.
Stop being baby mama number 4.
You should never be past baby mama number 2.
There shouldn't be 2 baby mamas.
I can give you baby mama number 2, because people make mistakes. That's fine. Cool. We've all had relationships that did not work out. I'm cool with that. Anything past 2, that's a personal problem. That's stupidity. What he swung and missed twice. Do you want to be the strikeout?
And not to mention, if he's terrible to the first 2, why do you think it's going to be any different?
Why would he change for you? Batman.
Summer Walker.
How many Robins? And he's treated all of them exactly the same.
Now, his Batgirls, he's treated them differently. Like, he fucked one, which I still don't understand why. And then I still don't get that. I try to keep that out of my brain, because when I saw it, I was like, what? No! Put your shirt back on.
Bro!
You're
Anyway, just saying, ladies, dick discipline. Men, I don't have to explain that to them. They should already know.
They should.
This was not a segment on the show, but I feel like this was an incredible way to start.
It was a great way to start.
Discipline is next to godliness. So we along with cleanliness too. Like we gotta preach to the youngins.
While we preaching, let's clean the show up just a tad for a second. Easter just passed, and I sent everybody this text, so I need to tell the world this. Y'all can't tell me Jesus didn't Dougie out of that tomb. He didn't just walk out. There's no way you come back from the dead and are just yeah, I don't need this rock, can't handle me. Nah, he got out that. He walked out that rock and was like, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name's H to the D. You can't tell me he didn't Dougie out of it.
He did. It said in the Bible he did. It said that he popped up in the house with the doors locked. He popped up in the house.
And he no, he didn't. JJ.
Oh my God. I thought you were going to talk about the he has slidden video that I sent you, but it's okay.
JJ, call your cousin.
Which,
You know which one.
I don't think you want me to do that because then this show is going to turn into a 2-day long series.
It will. So let's get into the actual show because it involves more things that Devin hates about me and who I choose to support.
So we using government names this episode. Wow.
Right? Who is Devin? I don't know who that is. It's
You
like,
see-
no, I'm playing. Let me stop.
You see, it's spring, supposed to be a season of rebirth. Scully hates my Miami Heat. And Scully, would you like to explain to the people why you hate my Miami Heat?
Okay, so let me get this. I don't hate the Miami Heat as much as I hate what they do every single year. Like the Miami Heat play just terrible enough to make sure nobody cares about them. And then March into April into May, now all of a sudden, oh yeah, they always win just enough games to be number 10. Sometimes number 9, but usually number 10. And then they always win the playoff game or the play-in game just to get set up to get, if they don't get swept, they lose in 5. Not every year, but every year since that finals run.
Play-in started.
Actually, yeah, even with the finals run, they did it in that year. Like
we were 8th seed the last finals run.
Yeah, so I'm like, y'all, Eric Spoelstra, if they never invented the play-in, it's kind of like he's the Matt LaFleur of the NBA. Matt LaFleur, if they did not create that 7th seed in the NFL, he would not have the resume he has.
He wouldn't.
Now, Spoelstra is different because he's won titles and, whatever. But, like, this 10th seed play-in thing has been the best thing ever. Because I'm like, it's always the Heat, and it's usually Atlanta, but not this year. But the Heat are always in there, and then it'll be, like, some combination of, like, the Hawks, Hornets, and, like, Sixers or whoever.
And then Miami, because they're Miami, they can out-tough and out-coach and, out-muscle anybody from one game. And, for the play-in, that's all you need. You win 1, maybe 2 games that you have to finagle your way in. But, like, it's not Boston. It's not Cleveland. It's not Detroit. Like, they can get past the Hawks. And unfortunately, that is where it ends.
It's ridiculous. Like, the play-in is just so aggravating to me for that reason. Because the other side, you see it on the other side of the West. You see it. The Warriors the last several years have been doing it too. The Clippers. Like, because, basketball is not like in football, playing would probably be cool because it's like, okay, if you're the 8th seed in the NFL and you win like a wild card, you can make a run because all you got to do is beat 3 people.
You only got to win 3 times opposed to you got to win 12 times.
Right. The NBA is like, God damn.
Yeah. In basketball, we know more often than not, barring injury or something like that, the better team typically wins in the series.
Baseball had the perfect formula before they changed it. You had the wild card game, you had a 5-game series, a 7-game series, and then the World Series was 7 games. It was perfect. It was perfect. And it's still pretty good now. Like, it's not that bad now, but like, it was perfect.
I like the wild card being best of 3, and then ALDS is 5, ALCS is 7, and obviously World Series is 7. I think that's a good formula.
Yeah, it is. But they play every day, so it's different.
But that's baseball. First of all, the baseball season has no business being 162 games, just like basketball. NBA, come on now. 82 dudes are getting hurt, bro. We can make this 65.
The players are not giving that money up, I promise you.
It ain't the players, it's these TV deals.
Yeah, but the players too. They're not. The TV deals are in place, and the players are not giving that money.
Man, if these millionaires don't shut the fuck up and lose 2 or 3 million,
that's the problem with millionaires. They're greedy.
Very.
Billionaires actually are greedy, but
they're both.
Both are greedy.
Yeah. Multi-millionaires are. Yeah.
They exactly. Thank you. They don't build calves like they used to. And I ain't talking about cheeseburgers, even though if I do walk across a baby cow, I will refer to it as a cheeseburger.
Curry soup with the goats. But yeah,
with
it.
But yeah, the Heat, we find a way. The Heat, we live in the worst place you could possibly be in basketball.
The worst possible place.
Really, the worst place you could be in sports. What I like to call no man's land. We're nowhere near good enough to compete, clearly. But because Heat culture and the Heat way and Pat Riley and Spoelstra and whoever the fuck our owner is, we can't tank.
Mickey Harrison.
We won't tank. We refuse to tank. Honestly, the Heat were the original fuck them picks because we are so dependent and we are so, what is the word I'm looking for? So confident in our damn scouting department to find diamonds in the rough that we say F them picks.
Although I feel like the new, at least the idea of like countering like the all these anti-tanking rules is probably going to end up rewarding teams like the Heat that are just in the middle there.
Possibly. Look, I'm tired of it too. Because for one, why are we pretending like playing teams do well?
They don't. The Heat are the only ones.
There's been one play-in team in the short, 5 years?
I think so, 5 or 6.
5-6 year history of the play-in. We've had one team get out of the first round. Was that team the Miami Heat? Hey, it was. Did we make it to the finals? Absolutely. Should we have probably been there? Nah, but Tatum was a bitch, and we had the Bucks number. It is what it is.
Yeah, and looking at it this year, especially for on the Western Conference side, because pretty much everybody is already locked in. God bless whatever Scully has going on up there. Damn it, you sent it to the South. It's hitting me too. But
you sent a virus? What kind of Digimon shit is this?
Man, I'm saying it's this damn weather band. It's horrible. But the Western Conference play in, I don't know, man.
The East is stronger than the West this year.
Well,
People
that's
don't want to admit it.
true. But I'm looking at the seeding. Like right now, whoever gets that last seed in the West, you're getting smoked by OKC. Like there's no easy way to put it. There's no you get one. Like I think OKC wins that series in 4. Whoever ends up getting the 7 seed to play San Antonio, you may get luck. We'll come to that comment in a second. Hold on.
I didn't see it. I missed it.
Hey,
we're gonna come to it in a second. Hold on.
I got you.
Bro.
But whoever gets that 7 seed, you've got San Antonio and Wemby. So again, I think that's a sweep. You may get one. Luckily, like it may go to 5, but realistically, San Antonio should sweep that. But then on the East, which segues us into this comment, whoever gets Detroit in the first round, that could very well go 5 or 6.
No, it
whoever
won't.
Well, the only reason I say that is because of Cunningham. Because if he's not playing, you kind of have a shot.
He came back today.
Was tonight.
He did come back, but he didn't play the whole game. They had him on minute restriction, I think.
Who cares?
It was against the bum ass Bucks. It was against the Bucks. They didn't need him.
Speaking of bum ass Bucks in the East, this is the comment that Jamal was talking about. Shout out to you, Black, aka Boss Man, for those of you that didn't know.
JJ, say it.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
I'm not saying that, Ricky Bobby. Don't put that evil on me.
Because first of all, he's not telling the truth. It's a lie. It is not wide open. It's not.
Screw it. I'm gonna say it. Boss Man said the East is wide open like Pinky in the early 2000s. If you know old enough to know,
we're not even gonna like out ourselves. Let's not even address it. I mean, but we all know. We know.
I'm gonna make a fun statement that most people don't know. No one really knows because this was something I couldn't even believe.
He's considered one of the greats. You look up there with LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Candace Parker. They're when you talk about the greats in their eras,
So in college, I dated a girl who's a tad bit older, not much. She was like a year and a half older.
Oh, here we go.
Where are we going with this?
She was Pinky's cousin.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Is
Mhm.
that like an icebreaker on a date? Like, how do you even find that out?
I don't blame my friend Trey. Trey, everybody I know ever named Trey has been full of shit. We're moving on. Anyway,
Good,
speaking
good.
on the Eastern Conference, I have a big question. So, when Jason Tatum got hurt in the playoffs last year, most of us were expecting him to just not play this year.
Right.
Most of us thought, all right, Tatum, have a seat. You good. You got your ring. You've proven what you need to prove. And then he came back. And like me, like most people, I assumed, okay, they going wean him in. He's probably not going to be that good right now because he basically took a year off. It's the NBA. It takes a while. We were wrong. We were wrong. Tatum is averaging like 25 and 5 since he's came back. Yeah, he'll need a little bit of conditioning for the playoffs, whatever. But he came back for like the last 15, 18 games. He'll have some of his legs underneath him.
Tatum isn't the one I'm surprised by as much because I figured Jaylen Brown would ball out, but it would be empty calories, and like the Celtics would be a play-in team if that. But no, they were the number anywhere from the 1 to 3 seed
All year.
all
All
year,
year long.
even before Tatum got there. And Jaylen Brown legitimately has a case to be the MVP of the NBA right now.
And I think that argument is a lot strengthened now because the announcement that was made earlier this week about Cade Cunningham not making the 65 game eligibility, which is a little bit of bullshit, but we'll talk about that another day. But yeah, I think if anybody is the front runner now, I think it is JB. I think it's Jaylen Brown.
Yeah,
Hey,
not only Cade, but Luka and I think possibly even Wemby are all ineligible.
Yeah, Wemby's ineligible. I want to say Jokic maybe is also in that conversation.
Jokic and Shea.
Is Jokic officially ineligible?
No, Jokic is eligible. Jokic and Shea are both eligible.
I knew Jokic was eligible. Shea on the border. I don't think Shea is gonna make it at this point. I really don't. But also, boss man, you're close. Not exactly right. You close. I will say this. Tatum is clearly more talented than JB. I don't think anybody would doubt that. I don't think anyone would question that. Brown is more important to the team. Brown is more important to success.
I think we have kind of the way we talk about the both of them is just, to me, I think has actually kind of missing like their significance because I feel like they're a unique set because the two of them are different than like most other duos where it's like, oh, when one is out, the other one balls out, and then when the other one comes back, it falls off. And it's like, no, they both are equally, they're cookie cutter. It's like they need the both of them. It's not like one over, like they both do the exact same things well. Like they're both really lengthy. I mean, Tatum obviously is like probably better talented, like you said, but like they both are like long, really good defenders. They can create on their own and can run the offense when they're there. It's interesting. It's very interesting.
Agreed. I think JB is a very underrated guy in the game. If you ask me who I want to start my team with, personally, I want JB because JB, we get the job done. But Tatum, I think Tatum is more talented. I'm not denying that. Tatum acting like a bitch sometimes, and you see it in his eyes that it looks like he don't want the ball. He talks about this one is for you, Kobe. First of all, Kobe team not finna go down 20 points in the first quarter in the NBA finals with the game on the line and shoot 3 shots. That ain't happening. Kobe will shoot you out that game before he goes out looking. That is what it is. But that's not a knock on Jason Tatum. I don't know how I can say that after I just called the man a bitch. But y'all know what I'm talking about.
Anyway, he's got LMA, so I'm gonna give him that forever.
He did do that. Anyway,
baby in LMA.
Because of what the East is, The Pistons, they ain't got. Cade is great. Cade coming off this injury, that hurts, but also the Pistons don't have enough offense to deal with a real team with two options. Cade is 30% of the Pistons offense.
Yeah, I initially picked the Pistons to come out the East, but I'm starting to wonder, like you said, like what do they have? Like Jalen Duren is cool, but I don't know if he's like Game 7 in Boston. I got to put the team on my back. Cool, like,
Exactly.
and that's what scares me about the Pistons.
Before Tatum came back, like Boss Man said, the East was open at like the East was wide open. So it could have been Detroit's to win. It could have been Cleveland to win. It could have been New York's to look like they were gonna win, but they're still gonna lose because Knicks are still gonna nick.
Cleveland gonna lose too. You think you ever gonna trust a Donovan Mitchell led team? And now with James Harden too, Donovan Mitchell and James Harden together, and you think Cleveland is coming out of anything? Please, everybody get the cough drops ready. Everybody get the cough drops ready because it's gonna be a whole lot of choking.
I mean, anytime James Harden, Pat Bev already disrespected himself by trying to compare them. Stop saying that man is on the same level as Dwayne Wade. Shut your mouth. Speaking of another team in the East who probably should have shut up and dribbled, Giannis and the Bucks relationship has been fractured. Class, raise your hand if you didn't see this coming. Didn't think so.
Like, bro, what the hell are we doing, bro? It feels so. This is the most passive aggressive breakup I've ever seen. Like, this is like I said, remember I told y'all a couple of weeks ago, this is the mom and the dad going through marital problems, but keeping it in the bedroom and making sure they don't talk about it around the kids. Like, Giannis will like kind of say some stuff, but then back it off and be like, "Hey, no, I'm trying to play. And then at the same time, it's like, bro, if it was up to me, I'd already have been traded. And then now you got Doc Rivers doing whatever he's doing. Now you got Giannis triggering an investigation against the team for keeping him out of games. And then now he's talking about he wants to play with his brothers, which his brothers have taken over the whole team at this point. It's like, okay. And then Doc Rivers is still in the NBA somehow. Like, this whole thing is just a hot mess, and I just want it to be over so I know what team I'm going to support next year.
So you know that we can see all the reports. Giannis is going here. This team is the favorite. The Miami Heat are in talks. They not gonna get him. The Knicks are ready to offer. They not gonna get him.
I saw the Celtics recently, which I'm just like, come on, bro. The damn Warriors, bro. Like, the Warriors don't even. This is
the league is gonna leak him going to the Lakers because Lakers.
Yeah, but the Lakers not getting them either because they don't have no money.
Ooh.
To San Antonio?
I did mention that.
So,
or I didn't, but somebody else did. Somebody did mention that.
We can't allow that. We can't allow that. There's no reason in hell 2 7-foot plus motherfuckers who are that athletic,
fucking aliens out there,
they're gonna get shot. That's the only way to deal with it.
In the kneecaps.
Solely in the kneecaps.
In the kneecaps is crazy.
Like, there will be a trained sniper in the 210 just to say, "Hey, kneecaps gone."
No. I do think he'll end up with the Heat. Or maybe something crazy like the Pacers. No. Actually, no. Going from Milwaukee to Indianapolis would just feel like
he's not going anywhere in the East, mainly because his contract not up. They have to trade him.
Yeah.
So he ain't going to the East nowhere. That's not going to happen.
I definitely agree with that. A lot of the stuff that I've been seeing has been Western Conference heavy. So much so that there's been rumors about Dallas. I
I
don't
saw
know.
Oklahoma City in there because they have so many damn picks saved up.
I did see that too. I saw Oklahoma City in the reports that I've seen. So I don't know. I'm gonna just say I think it's Western Conference.
Well, the thing about what makes this fractured relationship so stupid now is now Giannis is 28, 29.
He's
Something.
20. I believe he actually might be, because me and him are the same age.
Oh,
He
so he's
might be 29 going on 30. Yeah.
29 going on 30, meaning in NBA language, he's not a spring chicken anymore. Also, no disrespect to Giannis, he's damaged goods at this point.
I was about to say his body been breaking down the last couple of years.
But
But it could just be being in Milwaukee.
it could be being in Milwaukee. But technically, he's damaged goods. And now, with all this debauchery happening, he's recently damaged goods. So if they pull this off, they pull
I can
this
see.
off a year ago, you probably get 3 or 4 first legit star, not a superstar, but you get a star and then you get a solid role player as a package with him. Now you might get 2 first and a solid guy, maybe a star, like maybe a Tyler Hero level guy, just to put a simple example out there.
I just want y'all to remember Luka Doncic was traded for a grand total of 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you also got to remember too. Nico Harrison's a crackhead.
He
Nobody
is a
else
crackhead, but then at the
and a
same
war
time,
criminal.
Rudy Gobert was traded for 4. Mikal Bridges was traded for 3.
And
What
Deshaun
the hell
Watson
is wrong with the
fully
NBA?
guaranteed contract.
What
So,
the hell is wrong with the NBA? That
really?
Mikal Bridges and Rudy Gobert got traded for a total of 7 picks together, and Luka Doncic is what? Yes, I know Nico's a crackhead. Yes, I get it. But just if you take the names out of it and you just look at that list, the other 2 didn't have Nico in them.
I just want y'all to know Boss Man might be a supervillain because he's saying they gonna banish Giannis to the land of the Mormons or the desert.
Phoenix, I could see. I actually could see Phoenix because they're a good team.
I don't think Phoenix is. I think Phoenix got a hangover for having a star. I don't know if Book and Giannis fit together.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not always going to be about that. Most of these teams that we're talking about, he probably not going to fit. Everybody talking about the Warriors. I'm like,
Absolutely not.
That team would be a train wreck because it's not the same team, and they may not even have Steve Kerr coaching anymore. I mean, that's probably going to be a good thing, but like, it's just going to be Steph and Giannis. There's no bench in good. And then if you go somewhere, I can see him go somewhere like not the Clippers, no. But like if he goes to like the Timberwolves or something, like Ant's gonna be taking all the carries or all the shots. You know, they're probably gonna get Rudy up out of there, thank God. And then who did the other one we said? San Antonio, that would be a fucking train wreck. That would be a disaster.
Dallas, possibly.
Dallas would be disaster as well.
Doing it with Dallas for when Kyrie has to go. And then
he might go anywhere.
And then you got basically Cooper Flag and Giannis are the same position. I don't believe in Cooper Flag as the point guard.
No, he's not going to be the point guard, but he'll be a wing. I think they put Giannis at the 4. But Dallas is tanking on purpose. They're not going to trade for Giannis. No. They're one of those teams that's like those tanking teams. They're not going to do it. It's going to be one of those middle of the pack teams like Phoenix.
We'll see. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to figure out where Giannis is going to go because we might just put an alarm clock on him like we did Brett Favre when he was going to retire back in the day. Right. Who knows? If you see a dude on a horse with a torch and candlelight running through your neighborhood saying Giannis is coming, just know we sent him. Anyway, Captain Scully brought up a good point yesterday about our next topic of what's a villain that had 0 redeeming qualities. Now, this is what we mean by redeeming qualities. Every villain is not fully evil. So sometimes the best villains aren't that evil, to be perfectly honest with you. Evil Two easy examples. One, Mojo Jojo. Was he evil? Yes, but he was wronged by the professor. As soon he was the professor's best experiment, best science thing ever. The Powerpuff Girls came along, and he forgot all about them. Then he just crashed out. That's a reasonable crash out, if you ask me.
Yeah, show is.
Very reasonable crash out. Thanos. Was Thanos right in his thinking? Not enough resources, overpopulation? Yes. Thanos was 100% correct. How he went about dealing with his thought process, that's how the supervillain comes into play.
Actually, matter of fact, Thanos was so far ridiculous. Overpopulation is an overrated and an over thing. Like people mention, overpopulation is not the issue. It is the hoarding of resources as opposed to scarcity. And that's what he did not get. And his solution was genocide.
Not, hey, let's make some more water.
Like he was a fucking genocidal maniac and a eugenicist. That was the best he could come up with.
We didn't say these were great people. We just said they had a couple valid points.
They were so close to the point, missed it completely.
So close. So Scully, since it's it is your topic. Start us off.
All right, I have two, but I'm gonna just focus on this one because this one is Fire Lord Ozai. When I tell you has there been a villain in the history of anything that has just been completely, there is just nothing about him that you can even remotely look at and be like, okay, maybe there's something in there. This man, I mean, from the damn beginning, you want to kill you basically want to steal your brother's thing at the throne. And to do it, you were going to kill your son. And instead of killing your son, your wife convinces you to poison your father instead. And so, which is fucking crazy, by the way. You do that. Okay, cool. The son that you were going to kill, now you just make his life a living hell. You challenge him in front of the entire Fire Nation, scar him for life, then banish him to chase a man that's been dead for 100 years and give him this false hope. And then you send his crazy ass sister after him to kill him and your brother and your only brother who's already lost his son in war for you. So you do all this. Okay, by the way, your son eventually falls for your bullshit. You put your brother in jail, then you try to kill your son again. Then after all of that, you devise a plan. Your great grandfather committed genocide against the Airbenders, and then your plan is, hey, you know what? 100 years later, I'm going to take out the entire Earth Kingdom. The entire Earth Kingdom. That means the world, basically, because the Earth Kingdom was like the biggest ones.
The Earth Kingdom is 70% of the land.
70% of land. I'm going to wipe it out with fire. What in the fuck? And then after all of that, you lose your bending.
And still
to the very end, talking that shit. To the very end.
Like
like, have you learned nothing? This man, there is nothing redeemable about Fire Lord Ozai, bro. Like, he's the worst villain. He's the true definition of a villain, like a villain. Not no anti-hero. He's terrible. He was horrible.
All right, you know who I say? I'm sick of Homelander.
Oh my god.
I'm sick of Homelander. I don't want to hear about his childhood. I don't want to hear about the project that we learned about. None of that.
I don't think I watched that far yet.
That's a whole different series.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, no, I finished season 1. I'm still kind of in the middle of season 2.
Just know, actually, yeah, we gonna stay with Homelander. I have another.
I was about to say I don't plan on watching it. You can spoil it.
I have another one that I'm gonna get to, but Homelander, a rapist, also into eugenics,
and he's racist.
Classist, because he don't care about none of them lower level superheroes. He's extortionist because the deep, the way he fucked over the deep. Homelander is the supervillain of this
And
story.
he's a narcissist. That's probably his biggest problem.
The biggest narcissist, the biggest, the largest.
That man is hilarious. It's kind of hilarious though, because they were gonna bring. They're like, okay, we're gonna replace the deep, and they bring a blind hero in, and he said, all right. So what happens if? And then he breaks his ears, and he said, "Don't you ever bring a cripple?" It's like, yo, he's terrible, bro.
JJ, who your supervillain?
Oh man, so the first one that I'll just throw out there, and everybody should know the reason why, Killmonger. But the one that I want to focus on, I'm gonna say Syndrome from The Incredibles because
He's so criminally underrated.
He was so butthurt for the dumbest reason possible.
And the crazy thing about Syndrome is, wasn't even supposed to be a villain. If you look back at Syndrome's story, Syndrome wanted to be a hero. He was once Incrediboy. He wanted to be what Mr. Incredible and all the heroes were, but because Mr. Incredible with his famous one-liner, "Go home, buddy. I work alone," that like triggered him.
That
And
him. That's the moment that breaks
Like
you.
I think about it now, and I just realized like this man literally killed an entire generation of superheroes,
sure did.
all because a man told him no.
Fly home.
Because someone told him
Not because he didn't do anything crazy. You showed yourself incapable of things. You almost got yourself killed with a bomb. And he told you no, you tear all your it tore me apart, but you can't count on anybody. Boy, this is the problem with white children. Give them whoopings. And this doesn't happen.
all of this is because someone told you go home, Roger.
You know,
You see, Roger ain't turning no supervillain.
you know what else is the problem with white children? And Boss Man will appreciate this. If y'all missed out on the Jake Paul interview, apparently
Thankfully, I did.
these motherfuckers are upset that they can't be black for Halloween.
Oh my god.
Syndrome was the original tech, bro. Like he was the original like
Syndrome absolutely would be investing in cryptocurrency.
Syndrome was the original Peter Thiel. Like he created Palantir before Palantir was a thing. Like the created the robots. The robots would the artificial intelligent robots would figure out the hero's moves and kill them. And then the certain one, and then people realized the first one that he fought was supposed to be for Frozone, because you remember it had a blue light and it sent him to the fire because it was supposed to like kill him that way. And like that's like the fan theory, or it's not the fan theory, it actually was in the movie. Like it was supposed to be for Frozone. But yeah, like Syndrome is gonna kill all the heroes.
Who else is irredeemable?
This one may surprise some people. Zeus is terrible. He is the worst. Like 75% of Greek mythology is stories of Zeus being a whore. He is a whore. I'm telling you, bro. Persephone, man, Persephone. You sell that woman to her uncle. Hold
on. I'm not condoning it. I'm just putting in a little context. When there's only 12 people who exist in the universe, you gotta have kids with somebody. When there's only 12.
Everybody. He chose everybody. And when he was done fucking all the gods, he decided, let me go dabble in some humans. Boom, Percy Jackson. Like, what is wrong with him? He's a whore.
Hear me out. So. The Greeks did this thing with their people, with their deities, with their gods. These were the first people to ever make their gods like not perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So they were basically saying, if we're gonna have our gods, they would be a reflection of us. We are not perfect. We are whores. Did they go overboard? Yes. Was Zeus a whore? Absolutely.
He sold his daughter to her uncle
You don't want to know
and didn't tell her mother either.
you don't want to know who his wife and his queen is.
One of many. Like Disney did irreparable damage to children, making them think that Zeus was a family man who loved his dear beloved Hercules. No,
First
no,
Hercules,
he
yes,
was a deadbeat father.
they did irredeemable damage. Percy Jackson was like, nah, he's dead.
He's
You're
terrible. He
not
crushed my mom and left me hanging. I'm a bastard child.
I mean, Poseidon did that, but Zeus did.
Or Poseidon. Yeah, that's what I meant. My fault.
Either way,
wrong person.
I agree. I'm not gonna. There's some context. I'm not gonna disagree with you. Just throwing that out there. Not disagreeing with you. Mine is another comic book guy. Omni-Man ain't shit.
He ain't shit.
There's nothing you can do. I don't care about his redemption arc. I don't care that he's sorry. I don't care that he came back to see his mom. Omni-Man said, I used you as a daycare. I used you to see if you could handle my kids. And it turns out you could. And I thought of you as a pet. First of all, nutting in your pet is ridiculous. That's a different kind
When he said I used you as a daycare, I mean, that was pretty obvious what type of timing he was on.
That's 100%.
That clearly is saying I put kids in you.
And then said, I thought of you as a pet. Look what they have to do to get a fraction of our power.
I mean, he beat the brakes off of his son. I'm
I
talking.
already made one. What, 16 more years?
He put that man's head through that train. When he put that man's head through that train.
And destroyed the train and killed everybody who came into contact.
When he crushed that man's head and then spoke at his funeral. It's just like
you birthed a son named Invincible who only takes L's. He ain't want to fight yet.
Ass whoopings aplenty.
Galore.
What are we doing?
JJ, you got somebody else?
Not necessarily a villain, but I will say honorable mention because it's somebody that just, I feel like they don't get enough credit and we really don't know where they stand. And this is a shout out to the OGs. Mandark.
Mandark wasn't evil. He was just a hater.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the number one thing for evil.
Excuse me, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all finish. Me and Boss Man gonna have a talk right now. We don't mention that name here.
Wait, who's that?
We don't mention Shao Tucker. You ain't deep enough in the anime trenches.
Shao
Tucker is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Boss Man, you know what you did. We don't give y'all a break. Shao Tucker was a scientist for the government, and he needed to finish this big bad experiment to keep getting his funding. He turned his dog. He mixed his daughter and his dog.
Like on some human centipede shit.
He mixed a chimera. There's a mix of just. He turned his daughter into a fusion dance with the dog.
That's crazy. Crazy.
And now the whole anime community, we're like, who would you fight? And it would be Shao Tucker, and it ain't about the money.
It ain't about the game. Just for the love of the game.
He just pissed me. We gonna get to the next topic. In case y'all don't know or live under a rock, Pooh, Sheisty, and Gucci. I don't. Scully, explain this. I don't want to do it. I'm still wild up.
I still really don't know because I'm like 1 year in, 1 year out. But from what I understand, Pooh Sheisty is under Gucci Mane's label. Because like the music industry is weird. Like a lot of the niggas that have their own, they start their own labels because they're not getting money, and then they start their own labels to hemorrhage money off of like these new up and coming guys to make up the money that they don't get from the heads of their labels, and so it's like a giant what's that thing called? It's like it's a pyramid scheme.
Pyramid scheme.
Yeah, pyramid scheme. Yeah. So I guess Sheisty was under. I forgot what his label is, but they're under Gucci Mane. And Sheisty was in jail because he's an idiot, as we've seen. And he gets out, and obviously he makes FDO. First day out, whatever. And then we see the other day a headline I really thought was a joke. I thought because you see a lot of pages where it's like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, okay, this didn't really, whatever, shut the fuck up, whatever. And then I'm like, wait, no, this is real. He kidnaps or robs or whatever. He kidnaps Gucci Mane, holds a gun to this man's head and demands his, what is it, 30 million or whatever?
He demands to be released
record
deal and holds up a contract. By the way, he's doing this entire stick up with his father
at like a month or two after getting out of jail,
and on
probation,
on house arrest.
He
flew from Memphis to Dallas on house arrest to rob the owner of his record label, whatever. And now, thanks to our good friend Kayla Solomon, who's a news reporter in Memphis. Shout out to K Solo. You see it. I'm so whooping your ass in eight iMessage pool later. Anyway, he's been denied bail, so
he's never getting out.
He
is going to never see the light of day. He is never going. Well, somehow he will because he's a rapper, but it's crazy.
Remember how I told y'all at the beginning of this episode? This episode is brought to you by the acronym FAFO. This is what we're talking about. You're gonna fuck around and you're gonna find out. And this, God,
Gucci Mane sure did.
Gucci found out.
He fucked around and found out.
Oh, this society! What is going on? Everything is happening.
This is what happens when you wear Sheisty mask in 90-degree weather.
Shout out to Lou Cameron, because
this is what happens. Anyway, we're gonna move on to something more important: women's sports, because women's sports are important, and this is the dumbest shit that I've ever heard of in this era of college athletics. Tennessee Volunteers women's team. The Tennessee
once a standard bearer in the sport.
Home of Hall of Famer and one of my personal favorite coaches of all time, Pat Summitt.
That program with that backdrop.
Every single member of the team hit the portal.
Everyone. And one of their players wanted out of their NLI. So they have 0 active players on the roster right now.
0. Thank you, NCAA. Thank you, Congress. Thank you, greedy ass wannabe agents who watched one online seminar on YouTube. This is your fault. NCAA, this is 85% you. Everyone else just trickling down because of yo bullshit.
Now, I will say that in most cases, I would be with you. But whether you are pro NIL, anti NIL, whether you're pro transfer portal, anti transfer portal, whether you're somewhere in the middle, wherever you are on the spectrum of this conversation, I think we all can agree that this coach has to go.
Oh, absolutely.
Because something is clearly wrong. That there are 0, count them, 0 players on an active roster at any point in anything. That, regardless of what you may think, oh yeah, these kids, I don't care about none of that. This falls on the coach somehow. Because even in the era of transferring, the girls' side seems to generally be a little less hectic like this. Like the girls seem to stick around a little longer. Like you see a lot of this.
Because they know they can't come out early.
Right.
Like they got 4 years. If you're absolutely lucky and you're that girl, you might be able to squeeze 3. Might.
Right. But most of them, it's not even worth it. Most of them make more money until the new CBA showed up. And even with the new CBA, most of them are going to make more money in college than they would as rookies in the W, even with the new CBA.
Yeah.
And then on
And
top of that,
the only player I think who could challenge this 4-year rule at this very moment would have been Juju Watkins had she not had 2 really bad injuries.
but the thing with the girls is it's not a years, it's an age thing. So you got to be at least 22 at the time that you're drafted.
So they do theirs like the NBA because the NBA is 19.
Right.
Which
so you either you're 22 or you're an international player can be 19. So like Dominique Malanga came over from France and she was 19, but she was playing professionally in France. So like if you come over from overseas, you can be 19, but in America, you gotta be 22. So most of these women are not 22 until their senior year anyway, unless they have an early birthday. So that's why they stay. And so like you said, unless you're like somebody like the big names, they usually stick around. Unless you're like Angel Reese, where like, oh, I played 2 years in Maryland and then I go to LSU for 2. Like most people stick around the program 3-4 years and then transfer.
Yeah, and
so what's happening at Tennessee is crazier.
And obviously she's the exception and not the rule. But for in an era where we can openly pay players, this is them telling you that what we put up with is not worth any amount of money.
That's what I'm saying. She has to. And I don't care if she's a first-year head coach.
Easy to say all the bullshit you do on and off the court. I don't care if you pay me $10,000 to $10 million. You are not worth it.
0 player at any point in a season. I don't care. There should never be a single minute of a season where you have 0 players, unless like this is not Madden. This is not W2K.
Unless y'all tragically die in a plane accident,
right?
You should never have 0 people.
0 is insane.
I don't have words for this because I don't know if this has ever happened. But hey, NIL era, NCAA, this is your fault.
And we know, obviously, like she's gonna reload. Like we know that. Like
I mean, it's a Division I school. A girl is gonna accept a full ride scholarship regardless. And
she's gonna find some people in the portal that are gonna be like, "Oh, 0? I could get some minutes over here." But it's gonna be, it's gonna be real hard for her to build because she just came off of like one of the worst seasons in Tennessee's history, and in her first year, and now she has 0 players, and she's gonna bring in a whole new crop. Like unless you have to get this right because it's gonna be another one of those bad years again.
And I watched an interview earlier this week because football is doing spring practices about Steve Sarkisian and how you build a culture in this portal era and guys switching teams. And I personally think you can't. You got to build a wallet, and you have to build a network of other people who can add to that wallet.
Although I will say Indiana cracked the code. Like they didn't have any big, crazy NIL deals on their team.
No, they just got a bunch of dudes who are 25.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
They just got a bunch of grown men to play a game against children.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, that's all I got for the show. So it's some bullshit. I don't even want to talk about no more. So JJ, what's your final thoughts to the people?
Man, all I can say is final thoughts. It's about to be bedtime. My girls are up, but we're about to go back to bed because it's nighttime. Everybody be safe. Take care of each other. FAFO, you're gonna fuck around and find out. And last but certainly not least, shout out to the boss man. If you're still in the chat, boss man, me and you are doing it up this weekend. MPX is cooking. It is Destiny season. Saturday, April 11th, the grandest prairie of them all. Come to the Epic. If you haven't gotten your tickets, be there. And if you don't know what's going on, check me and Boss Man out on the No Gimmicks podcast. We will make sure you're ready to go.
Ready to go. Squelly, final thoughts?
I will say I've been locked in on wrestling recently. Obviously, WrestleMania is 2 weeks away, and TKO is doing everything in their power to ruin it. But still a lot of incredible black wrestlers are up right now. bro. Obafemi, Trick Williams, possibly Javon Evans, depending on what they think and what happens. Like wrestling, like TKO aside and all that shit aside, like this generation of wrestling is just great. And then you look at AEW, you got Will Ospreay, you got Swerve Strickland, you got like good place, and then all of the independent scenes, like y'all say, shout out to everybody, man. But wrestling is just great. It's great. Even when corporate interests try to get in the way of it, it still manages to be great. So shout out to that.
We love violence, whether it's professional, semi-professional, or at just the epic. So, ladies and gentlemen, like I love to say at the end of every episode, keep learning, keep living, keep loving. Charles Tucker, you a bitch. JJ, hit the button.